Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's London. It's very nice to have you all. Today I'm kind of going to be doing a kind of like a sit down updating like college vlog, like just how college's been, how college has been treating me, because I really need to update you guys before I kind of like jump into everything. So today I'm going to be talking about how college has been for me, like I said, and I'm kind of gonna go like in like a little bit of an order. I have like a list of topics that I kind of want to talk about and like go over and like things like that. So we have 6 topics that I want to talk about. So first I want to talk about adjusting to New York City, and like moving, making friends, living with strangers, my classes, my workload, and homesickness, because I feel like all those things kind of need to be talked about. All those things are like the general, like really have to do with like how college has been for me. So I think we're gonna go over those 6 topics, and like if anything else pops into my head, we can go over those, but those are definitely going to be what we focus on today. So let's get started. So first, adjusting to New York City. So I'm from Georgia, Atlanta. If you guys don't know, or if you guys haven't been watching me for a long time, I am from Georgia. So like I moved up here. We actually drove up here. It was like I don't know, it may have been like 14 or so hours like drive up here. We drove up here. Hopefully we never have to do that again, because it wasn't terrible, but like it was not anything that I ever want to have to do again. Moving like has been definitely an adjustment. I love New York. I love when anybody is like how has it been, how has moving been, how has New York been for you, and I'm just like, it's literally amazing. It's the best city like ever. I love New York. And when I first came, I was so lost, like because like everything around me was new to me. I had no idea how to get anywhere, but being here, we've been here for like about over a month now, and being here I've definitely learned like everything that I go to, like normally go to, like those places, like I can get to, like I can get to all my classes, I can get to everything that's around my classes and different things like that. I couldn't wait to like learn the subway. Like I was like, I want to know the subway. I'm not gonna know the subway. The subway is something that it's just really hard to know, and like I'm honestly fine with just doing the GPS, because it's really hard, and there's so many things that I just feel like I'm never gonna know. That's good. I'm definitely adjusting to New York. It's a lot different from where I'm from, because it is a city. The amount of times I've almost gotten hit by a car or a bike, like the bikers are like insane. Like the lights for bikers are just a suggestion. Like they're just a suggestion. They do not care. Like, I haven't gotten hit yet, hopefully ever, but I've definitely gotten close. There's been some things, we're really close to Washington Square, and there's been some things like that's been going on in Washington Square that I love the park, I truly do, but I'm not gonna go early in the morning, and I'm not gonna hang out there when it's really dark at night either. So like I'm like if I ever walk through Washington Square, if I'm in it, like it's gonna be daytime. Like and I'm not gonna walk in those like small like corners. Like I'm gonna stay by the fountain. The fountain helps a lot, but like we've heard things, there's been emails sent out about students getting attacked and things like that, so that it's kind of scary. But I do like, besides all that, I think the park is definitely nice, and I do love it, and I love New York. So like that's what I gotta say about New York. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna talk about is making friends. So I knew no one, or I sort of kind of knew one of my roommates, and besides that I knew no one. Really weird being alone, and then my family's not here. None of my old friends from my high school are here. It's really an adjustment, and I was nervous a little bit about making friends. I guess like at first I wasn't nervous, and then like as school, like as it got closer, as it like was starting to hit me that I was actually about to leave, like that's when I was like, what if I make no friends? Like what if I'm lonely? What if I'm alone? But actually I have made some friends. I definitely will say, welcome week, I did so many activities on Welcome Week because I just wanted to meet everyone. I never went to an event where I did not like meet another person while I was there. I like try to put myself out there. I'm a very, very introverted person, so like that was not easy for me, but I knew that I had to if I didn't want to be alone here. And that's been really, really nice. Like so I feel like I know a lot of people from my dorm. Like in fact, I think I know the most people from my dorm actually, because which is really, really nice and very, very convenient too. But so yeah, making friends have been, it's been good. It's been going well. I'm still, even now, I'm still trying to meet people, still trying to put myself out there. And if I go to an event or go to something alone, I try to introduce myself to people. Okay, so the next thing is living with strangers. So I call this living with strangers because technically they're strangers. But one of my roommates, I did technically know her from, we did this film, summer film program, and we were roommates there, and that's how I met her. But my other roommate is I met her when I got here actually. So and then I was just like, it's kind of like we met each other and then okay, we live together now, which was, it was crazy, it was insane. It's definitely been an adjustment, I will say. I've had a privacy issue, like I've just not like had a lot of privacy. Like there'll be times like I'm in my dorm and I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna leave the dorm so that I'll like have like time to myself, but then I'm like, oh well, there's literally nowhere I can go. There's literally nowhere I can go that I will be by myself. And that's definitely been an issue. It's definitely been an adjustment. It's been hard. That's been probably the hardest thing, is like, because like I said, I'm an introvert, so like being around people, like I can't, my social battery dies a lot, and sometimes I just want to be alone. Like even if I'm not talking to my roommates, like just them being there, like sometimes it's just like I don't want them there. Feels like I'm constantly being watched. Like maybe that's why I don't want them there sometimes, because like it they're not watching me, they're not doing that, but like sometimes it just feels like they are. Sometimes it just feels like every single move you make, like even if you're like laying in bed and you make a shift, it feels like they see that, they hear that, they know that you just moved. And like I don't like constantly feeling like I'm on edge. Some things I will say we as roommates do need to work on, but I just feel like awkward conversations are so hard to have. They're so hard to have. Besides that, like we're chill, we don't hate each other but we're also not very best friends. Like we're very just like I share a space with you, okay. And that's about it. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is my classes. So my classes, I technically take 3 film classes, and then I take 1 class that is for Tisch, which is my is the School of the Arts within NYU. That's required for all Tisch students to take. It's called Writing the Essay. So it's like an essay class, and we write essays. And then I have 1 gen ed. Going in, I was originally taking anthropology. I was like, because it fit with my schedule, it was only 1 day a week. But then I went into anthropology and there was like 500 things to read, and when I went into the class was 2.5 hours. I went into the class and I could not tell you one thing we learned in that class. Like that class was like, just from going to that class 1 time, I knew that I could not be in that class anymore, so I dropped it. I dropped the class and I moved into a mental health and juvenile justice class, which I think is a really good class. The teachers are really nice and very passionate about what they say. Sometimes I don't really agree with some things they say, which sometimes makes it hard, but at least I understand the class, and at least I can tell you, like, I can literally tell you what we learned last Thursday. For my film classes, I'm not sure like what we've been graded on. We're like split into 2 semesters, audio, visual. I'm taking audio semester, so like I'm taking sound. We're so good. I do really, really like my classes. I like audio semester. I didn't think that I would. I thought I was gonna hate it, and I wanted to be in visual semester because I wanted to like make like normal like films and stuff. I did not want to take sound. It's not as bad as I thought it would be. I thought it was gonna be so much worse. But it's not bad, and I actually kind of like the class, and I like what we make in the class too. I like the sounds we make. We basically make like films without the picture. Like we just make it with all our sounds. There's still dialogue, there's still everything, and I love creating. Like I love creating. Like sometimes being here and like doing things that I know that like I don't really want to do, like sound. Like I don't want to be in sound, but like even like the things that we're doing, knowing that I'm loving doing the things that I'm doing, kind of like makes me be like even more like I chose the right thing, you know, like because I love every aspect of film, because I love literally just being able to create. So I do like the audio semester a lot more than I thought, and we're taking a lot of exciting classes in this semester. Okay, next we're going to talk about workload. So workload is something that I did not take into consideration enough when I thought about coming to college. I will say it's been a lot of work. I didn't expect it. It's not like hard work or heavy work or really you need to study for this type of work, but it's just a lot. And it is work, like, and I was not expecting that. I will say, like, each class I have like things to do. Like there's classes, like if you're in college you may know, but like some classes that you have a lecture and a recitation for, and it's like just one class, but you have a lecture and a recitation. And like I have a teacher who, like, I have her for both the lecture and recitation, and she will give us homework for both the lecture and the recitation. And I'm just like, that's kind of like double the work, because she's already giving us like multiple things to do for the recitation, and then we have to, on top of that, we have to do things for the lecture. And I'm just like, whoa, okay, now that's a lot. And then like it's like a lot because you have things to do for every single class. And maybe that's just because like in high school, like I feel like I just did not have a lot of work. I did not have a lot of homework. I did not have to work so much outside of school, because like it was just easier, I guess. Okay, so the last thing I'm gonna talk about is being homesick. So I feel like this is something that needs to be talked about more. I talk to my family a lot, like to the point where in the beginning it kind of felt like they were here with me because of how much I was talking to them. I've been missing like my family. I have been like definitely, we're having family day in about like 3 weeks, which I'm gonna vlog that too, and I can't wait for them to come. But I'm also like nervous that they're gonna come and then it's gonna be even harder for them to leave, because like now I've had them here and I don't want to say goodbye again. So it's been different, also just in general, because like I don't really have family here. I guess like kind of being around people who like know you, being around people who aren't still trying to get to know you, like being around people who you don't have to explain anything to, what you've been through to. I guess I've just like missed that, like being around people who know me, being around people I'm really comfortable with and not trying to get comfortable with. I do miss home. So I will say that's like been something. Okay, so that's all I have for you know, my update on like being here and being at NYU and things like that. I'm loving it. I love NYU. I love New York City. Like I cannot ever see myself leaving New York City, because I love New York. Oh my god. But yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna keep updating you guys. I'm gonna keep vlogging and things like that, so you guys can really see my experience and things like that, because I love seeing everybody else's experience. I love hearing everybody else's stories, and I know that there's other people out there who also want to hear my story and see my experience, and I want to take you guys with me. So we're in this together officially. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and me explaining how college has been to me and things like that. So yeah, bye guys. Make sure to like and subscribe.